compressor station. It was like overnight my balance returned. And I'd been going to physical therapy twice a week, so I had them, they were monitoring me, and then all of a sudden I had my balance back, and it was just a miracle. I went down to Houston to show my neurologist, and she was just absolutely just so excited, but we had no, that music is driving me crazy. Anyway, so I was getting better. I still had muscular problems. I would wake up in the middle of the night with my head, stuck to the right side of my body, and muscle cramps, and anyway, diagnosed with dystonia. So that is driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm so lucky that when I moved to Fort Worth, I had no idea that they were going to be drilling right across from where I just bought a new house. So in October they started drilling. November they fractured the well, and then the day before Thanksgiving I woke up staggering around the house. So I had my balance back, I think a total of 2 weeks before they fractured this well, and I lost everything again. So I called my physician, went down to Houston, spent a week in the hospital, had every test known to man, and nothing. So, let's see. Okay, now I'm backed up. So, in September, my boss gave me an article out of the Star Telegram about the test results in DISH. At that time, I didn't know, anything, still don't, but I started looking up these chemicals, and I found out that carbon disulfide, is a known neurotoxin, and it can cause ataxia and balance problems and muscle problems, and that benzene can cause menstrual problems, and that it was just like every time I looked up another chemical that was on this list, it was just all my answers were coming together. So I knew that I needed to make my case to my doctor because, they're not just going to say yes. So I kind of put together a case and took it down there to her, and she, well, maybe. And then after the balance came back and I went to see her, she's like, well, we'll see. And then they fractured the well and I lost it again. Then she started to see a pattern. So luckily, that was not a producer at the time, and so they capped the well by my new house. But bad news. 2 days ago, they brought in 4 condensate tanks and applied for a new permit to drill again on that pad site. I have had my balance back since January. I've been doing very well. I just received Botox injections in my neck and my jaw every 3 months for my dystonia. And I was so excited, but then now I have no idea what I'm going to do, because you cannot get away from this. I mean, it's wherever you go. And now that I've had the reaction, I've been told that I will be forever chemically sensitive, and that is why I will tend to react more than anyone else. And that I've had a lot of questions on why did you get sick and not your husband? Well, out of the words of Michael Honeycutt, the TCAQ head toxicologist, he stated at a meeting that pregnant women and children are at most risk to have health effects from these chemicals. And I did get sick when I was pregnant. And luckily, so far, my children have had nosebleeds in the past, and hopefully, I pray every night that they will not have any long-term effects from any of this, but I just want everyone to know that this can happen, and it does happen, and it can forever make you sick, and it's not right, and it's not fair, and we need to make a difference. And I don't know, we just have to do something, because I know personally, I don't know where I'm going to move to now, but very sad. And I just want you to know that it can happen, and you need to speak up, because I wish I would have known this before this happened. And I'm sorry, I'm a terrible speaker.
Holly, would you bring those flowers back to you? Holly, would you bring those flowers back? No, you're a wonderful speaker, and it's very tough to tell what you've shared, and we're just glad you're doing better. And I wanted you to hear this because it's a first-hand horror story, and at such a young age to have to go through this. And we want your precious children, just like Calvin's precious children, and all of them, and all of you precious older folks too, to be healthy and well. Yes, ma'am. We've got little flowers for you, dear. And take those and be well. And what I'd like to do is invite Wilma to come back up, and if you'll stay up here also, thank you so much. And those are your get well flowers. How's that? And we're going to